ocean, you're the rain. We only need each other, baby, you know we're the same.
What's up, besties? Good morning. I'm home alone with the kids today. It's actually our anniversary today.
To my love, how beautiful you are. My love, how your eyes shine with love. My love for you will not delight in evil doings, but rather my love for you will always rejoice in the truth. My love for you will always protect you, always trust, always hope, and always preserve.
To my husband. We have made lots of plans along this journey. Some we succeeded, and for others we almost succeeded. Thank you for your patience, for keeping up with my constant need to have everything organized. Thank you for choosing me, for showing me what unconditional love is, for being my best friend and my biggest fan. Thank you for carrying me through difficult times, for believing in me when I doubted myself, for reminding me of my goals when I felt like giving up. Thank you for being such an amazing father to our children. It has been almost 11 years, but I know that this is only just the beginning of our story. I cannot wait to create more memories with you, to go on wild cross-country road trips with you, and to help our children create their childhood memories. Most importantly, I'm excited to grow old with you. I love you to the moon and back. Infinity time. Bezos had to go to the office though because they've had this workshop scheduled for forever and a year. I'm also working from home. Obviously, the kids are on school holidays. I don't know if I've said this, but the kids are on school holidays. So this morning has been rather overwhelming. This is the way we brush our teeth. Brush our teeth.
I'll look at this first.
Brush our teeth.
Mama, look.
Oh. Savage. Yeah, safety. Well done. You guys are doing an amazing job.
Please. Okay, over.
We have started closing these curtains in the night because we realize that the gathers are getting thinner the longer you keep them closed. So we just give them space, and the only way to do that is to sort of like, you know, get them used to the motion of opening and closing so they're not like gathered like that together all the time. So far it's been great. They still look good though. They look really good still. It's just we don't want them to be like paper thin and like pressed up against each other, you know. The waves in the ones in the bedroom are much thicker because we're constantly opening and closing and opening and closing. But again, it still looks good regardless. I actually can't even believe that I'm making a big deal out of curtains. Like, who am I? Whatever happened to me? Have I become a homemaker that much? I woke up to such a sweet note from Dizzy Basil. He even dated it. I like that he dated it so that I can always remember. It's so sweet. We were not planning on doing much, honestly, for our anniversary today, just because the kids are still on school holidays. It gets very tricky to try and do something during the day or in the night with the kids at home, and we have nobody to watch the kids. Bless you. Who's sneezing? Bless you, Nala. We just said we'll celebrate. We'll do something once the kids... You want to have what? Where is the Easter eggs?
They're for the Easter challenge.
They are for the Easter challenge. Yes. Where are they? Where did you see Easter eggs?
In the cupboard.
In the cupboard. Which cupboard is this?
The higher one.
The higher one? All right. I'll go check now. Okay.
Yeah. But you say something for the challenge.
Yes, I don't. Maybe we shouldn't open them because once we open them, we're gonna eat them all. What do you think, really?
Not good.
Not good, right?
It's good. It's good. No. We can't do that if we eat it all. We all have a team.
Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, we'll just do something, just the two of us. When the kids are back in school, we'll do it during the day without being rushed or worried about, you know, the kids, because they'll be under the care of the school. They'll be at school. So yeah, but I was just looking at our... Oh my god, you scared the life out of me. I was just looking at our wedding videos right now, and I made a little Instagram reel. Oh man, it was, look, we had the wedding day that we wanted. I was just laughing at, first of all, how tiny the kids were still. Oh my gosh, they were so little. It feels like it was forever ago, and it was only 2 years ago. They were so tiny. Plus, they're in every single picture. Like, it's so hard to find a picture where there are no kids in it. I'm actually looking forward. I'm low-key looking forward to our vow renewals, which we're never gonna do. But then we thought about it, and we're like, maybe we should do vow renewals, just because the kids will be older and we'll have like super precious memories and pictures, just the two of us, plus the pictures that the kids can remember. Like, they'll be able to remember the day. Nolly was still just a baby on our wedding day. She was literally just over a year, and because she was a preemie baby, she was technically 8 months. She was still baby. So we'll see, but I am looking forward to vow renewals. We haven't decided when we're gonna do it. I don't know if we want to do the traditional 10 years or we want to do 5 years. I don't know. We'll see what works for us and just take it from there. It was very funny just seeing how tiny the kids were and looking at them now. They're worlds apart. It's insane. Anywho, I need to make the bed before one kid comes out of there looking for something. If I can just have the bedroom ready or like the bed made, it just feels like the day has started. Because right now I feel so all over the show. They woke me up at 6:30. It's, look at that, 9:45, and I still feel like I haven't found my feet and got this day started yet. Mama, you want porridge or oats? You want porridge? You want porridge? Okay. I had to open another box of milk because they didn't want warm milk, but then I felt like cold milk was a little bit too cold.
And then you put the fixing place. And then you put the stop lines for the road, for the train.
This is the road tape. I don't know if I showed this on the vlog already, but this is the road tape that I have in the bedroom.
What does this say?
This says no entry, don't go there.
It is a street.
Let me check up on Putty.
It is stop.
Yeah,
Go.
it's a robot. Can you pick up your clothes? Guys, why are there clothes on the floor? Dora socks. At least the chalkboard is clean. We need to remove that canopy from there.
Down. And then go up.
Yay! High five! Bam! I had to partition the chalkboard like this. Little Miss Nolly was scribbling everywhere. Literally, like, she would fill up the whole chalkboard and not give others a chance. And I was like, okay, no. Let's partition so everybody has their own space. If you fill up your space, you gotta clean that up so you can have more space to write. But so far, it's been working great. They're rather happy with this. And Gumma's got her little rainbow. She's obviously occupying way too much space because of that, but that's fine.
chicken.
Yeah. Just so excited to eat leftover KFC. How is it?
Good. Mommy, this is moving.
Oh, should I follow you? I'm following. What is happening? Hold it together like this. Yeah, see? When you wave like that, it works out quicker. You see? Yeah. You got this. Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary, eh?
Goodness me, I actually cannot believe how fast this day is going already. It's 11:43. How did we get here so quickly? The kids just ate their breakfast, even though it's at this ungodly hour. They just had breakfast and I took a shower, which is great because then I was able to get out of PJ's. Bed is made. They're happy. They're watching Dora the Explorer, which is fine. I feel terrible that I have to like be in the bedroom and then the other side, but then I have to work. I literally have to jump into a Teams meeting right now. But before then, I need to eat. I made myself a sandwich that I'm gonna have a quick bite of right now, and then I'm doing meetings. And Nola just peeked into the room. I hate that I
if we're done or if we have time, can you do my hair?
okay, I'll do your hair. Even when Dizzy Basil is here, it's the same thing. We get sucked into work and the kids are just lingering. Oh my gosh, I hate this. But what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? They're only now busy building a park here. So even if I said let's go for a walk, it would literally just be a walk, but it's piping hot outside. So that's also not entirely an option right now. Walk is usually in the morning or in the afternoon, like late afternoon. So I just have to keep them busy and well, the TV, Dora has to keep them busy. Thankfully, I like participating and saying stuff as Dora. They say this, they say it, which makes my heart happy. But it still breaks my heart anyway. I might have put a little too much hot sauce in here, but it's still delicious. The crew is asking for Milo, so I just stopped work real quick to make them some Milo. This like covered is a hot mess. Guys, do you want half strawberry with the strawberry one or the half chocolate one? No, you can only get one. Guys, order up Patty Basil. One for you. And you said you want a strawberry tinky, right?
Chocolate tinky.
Chocolate tinky for you. Your Milo.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Milo. For the big sis. Chocolate tinky.
Muchas gracias.
Oh, okay. Enjoy. Ooh, a strawberry. It's already 22 after 1. I made a snack for myself too. What's up, besties? Good morning. It is the next day. I actually wanted to include this part in yesterday's vlog, but to be honest, I kind of lost track of time. Work got crazy busy and I decided to just not pressure myself because I have this tendency of just literally pushing myself to do stuff and then I end up getting overwhelmed and then I end up not doing much, which is crazy, I know. Anyway, you know, with our wedding anniversary, there's a few things I've been thinking about a lot, especially as I was going through the pictures, and I was like, there are a few things that I would have done differently for our wedding day. Even though the day was perfect, even though I was happy with how things were, there's still a few things that I would have done differently, and these are some of those things. In case you're getting married, maybe it might help you. One of the things that's like really at the top of my mind, I kept thinking about even after the wedding day, was the conversation I should have had with Gamo about walking down the aisle. Leading up to our wedding day, we watched a lot of Our Perfect Wedding, and she talked about, you know, walking down the aisle and that you're supposed to walk all the way down and all of that fun stuff. So I just assumed that she got the assignment, but in fact what ended up happening is she walked halfway down the aisle, grabbed the first available seat and called it a day, but really ran down the aisle, which made everybody laugh, which was nice. But at the same time, I'm like, darn it, we didn't get that nice picture of them walking down the aisle together. We do have one, but really was still sort of miserable. She was still bribing her. She did an incredible job of bribing him to walk down the aisle. I do think that she panicked a bit, you know, all eyes on her, sort of like put her on the spot and panicked, and she just wanted to just get out of there. She is her mother's child. But I wish I had that conversation with her, especially in the morning when we're getting ready, to just let her know, look, I know there's gonna be a lot of people looking at you, but just take a deep breath and focus on daddy, because daddy will be there. Just walk down the aisle to daddy. I wish I did that. Another thing I wish I did, which this one is so basic, I think it's just because I never made a big deal with the wedding dress, but I do wish I took more pictures with my wedding dress. I have pictures in my wedding dress, but it's with other people. So I think I only have like maybe 1 or 2 pictures, but they just show in the front of the dress. I don't have pictures with the back of the dress that's like posed nicely. I don't have that. I don't have pictures with the train of the dress, with the veil on. I don't have that. I honestly didn't make a big deal out of the wedding dress. Literally the very next day after our wedding, I said to Dizzy, I'm driving to Pretoria and I'm taking this dress back. Like, there's no, I don't want to keep this here. And he was like, you don't want to wear it one more time? I'm like, no, I don't. Even though on the video you can see the back of the dress and all that fun stuff, I just don't have a picture that shows that. I wish I printed the signage for when the guests arrive so they know where to go. Our wedding was scheduled to start at 2 p.m. or was it 1? I think it was 2 p.m. I had specifically said on the invite, we had said, you know, we're gonna be on time, so please be on time and all the fun stuff. We had our wedding matrimonial ceremony in a parking lot, which was set up beautifully, but it was in a parking lot. And then we had the reception in a restaurant of where we used to stay. We stayed at the Precinct, by the way. It's in Midrand, the waterfall area. So what ended up happening is when the guests were coming through the gate, they would ask the security guards about the wedding, which everybody was briefed. We made sure to send the whole wedding package to the security guard so they knew, and we sent access code to everybody, so you know it was a pretty smooth transition. But what ended up happening is they went to the reception area instead of the matrimonial area, so that when we got there, and when I say we, I mean the groom and the bride, which were on time, we ended up having to wait in the car a bit because guests then had to walk from the restaurant to the matrimonial area. And that kind of sort of, it just, oh man, it made it, you know, everything just snowballs into everything. We had a Monday wedding. I didn't want it to overrun. The next day was a work day for most of the people. I think the kids were on school holidays, so that didn't bother as much, but you know, people had to go to work the next day. I didn't want people to stay there till late. I do wish I printed the signage so that once they come into the gate, they can see, you know, Olarat in December's wedding, turn here, and they can park, because there was also extra parking in the basement, and the wedding matrimonial was at the top of the basement, so they would have just parked under, took the stairs up, and went into, that was the original plan. That's what we thought. That's why we picked that specific parking lot. Guests were gonna park in the basement, take the stairs up, and go into the matrimonial. But it didn't quite work out that way because I didn't print the signage. Yeah, anyway, this one's gonna be a weird one, but I do wish we had stuck to our original playlist that we had in 2012. Here's a bit of a backstory that probably nobody knows. Me and Disbezo were actually planning to get married back in 2012, but without going into detail, let's just say there was a lot of family drama that we're just like, you know what, whatever. Dizzy had this thing that, you know, he wanted to get married before we had the kids, not necessarily because it was like a religious thing, but he just wanted to do things right, you know. I honestly couldn't have been bothered, but he wanted to do things right. And then we had a lot of family drama, so we decided, look, let them deal with their drama, let's live our lives, let's do us, okay? And that's exactly what we did. And eventually when they decided to sort of like come to the party, we're like, great, we will have a wedding. Thankfully it was COVID, so it was like a 50 people wedding, which worked for me. I wish we stuck to our original playlist, because to this day some of the songs, they come on radio and we're like, ah, this is the song we wanted to play at the wedding and stuff. But what we ended up doing is we ended up asking every single guest to submit their favorite song, and then we played that throughout the reception, you know, in between speeches and meals and all that fun stuff. We would play, you know, different guest songs. And our DJ, I wish I also had a formal session with the DJ, but I assumed, you know, when I have this thing where I trust people, I give people a lot of benefit of the doubt, and because he said I've done a lot of weddings, I know what songs to play at weddings, I know all the fun stuff, I just assumed, okay, great, we're giving you this playlist, but it's not like custom stone. Throw in a lot of jams in between. But what he ended up doing is he ended up playing these random songs that I was just like, what is this? Like, what is this? There's songs we needed were played at the right time and all that fun stuff. You know, it was great, but at the same time, I wish there was a few songs that I was just like, what is this? What I'm saying here is, if you're hiring a wedding DJ, just make sure you have a chat with them. Submit the songs you want played, especially for key moments at the matrimonial as well as at the reception, and then just be very specific about what it is you're looking for, and let the DJ tell you what it is they can offer, so that you're both on the same page and nobody's surprised. I had a few surprises from the DJ that I was just like, what? This one's gonna sound strange. I wish, look, it's not so much a wish, and it's not a big deal because it was still amazing. When we did our deco mock-up, we had these centerpieces that were like standing out of the table. It looked great. It even looked amazing on the wedding day. The only thing I didn't like with the centerpieces is that they were sort of like blocking the view. If I were to do it all over again, I would stick to the original ones that were like low on the table and not like standing high up, so that I can be able to see everybody and they're not going to be blocking the view. It was still amazing, don't get me wrong, but if I were to get a redo of our wedding, I would change our centerpieces and I would make them the ones that are like flat on the table instead of like sticking out. The last thing, which actually this one is a big deal, it still kind of makes me mad to this day, I would call our wedding photographer a week before the wedding and just touch base with him, have a proper formal meeting with him, and just make sure that we're all on the same page. What ended up happening is our wedding photographer had our wedding date as a Tuesday in his calendar instead of a Monday. So I ended up getting hold of him after trying to call him all weekend long and he wasn't picking up my phone calls. I eventually got through to him on Sunday evening before the Monday, that's the wedding. And when we did end up sitting down with him, it was the Sunday night. I was already all over the show, you know, the night before your wedding. Everybody says you're supposed to be relaxing and stuff. I was nowhere close to relaxing. I was running around at the mall trying to find really an outfit and then stressing out that this photographer was not picking up my phone calls. When eventually he did, he said he was driving from Pretoria to Midrand so we can meet up, and he was strict that the wedding is Monday, not Tuesday. We just really talked about things very briefly, and I remember telling him, okay, this is the plan and this is what's gonna happen, and he said, I got it. But he actually didn't got it, because on the actual day, what ended up happening is after the matrimonial ceremony, he went back to the venue where, you know, the hotel, to do pictures. But what we needed him to do was actually go to the reception area and get footage of that, and then get footage of the canapes as people were eating, and then we can do a reception reveal with him shooting that. He ended up having to drive back, come to the reception area, and he was a bit annoyed. I was annoyed as well, but he was annoyed by the fact that he went there and now he has to drive back. But I was annoyed by the fact that you didn't even tell us that you were going there. You assumed we were going there, but we're actually going to the reception. And because we didn't have this formal meeting before the actual wedding, things were just kind of like snowballing, and him going there and coming back, there was another 30 minutes wasted, and then they didn't get a chance to eat. Because I mean, yes, they're photographers, but guys, feed your photographers, okay? Feed your service providers, your DJ, your waiters, your waitresses, feed them. They need to eat. They're also human. In my mind, my logic was, as they get there to do the revealing and stuff, because guests would still be walking out of the matrimonial, they'll still be taking selfies and stuff, they can use that chance to quickly film stuff, get the canapes, and then they can eat. So when we do get there, we can do the reveal and then we can head out to do pictures. It didn't quite work out that way. Yeah, I wish I had like a proper meeting a week before the actual wedding. I trusted him too much, and I think it's one of those things where my thing is, especially when it comes to wedding and therapists and stuff, I prefer getting black people because they sort of understand the sensitivities of situations when it comes to families and stuff. They will understand that, you know, not all family members will be happy that there is actually a wedding going on, and they will understand the respect and the cultural part of things that come with the weddings. And so because of that, I just assumed he gets it. You know, I assumed that he will understand it. Even when we had the meeting the night before, I really thought he was understanding what I'm saying, but I think the only thing in his mind was, I should go get my equipment ready for this wedding. And I wish I had a meeting. So have a meeting with your photographers a week before, so you can, even if you just have a rough plan of what you're expecting on the day, have the meeting about that rough plan, and then you'll iron out the details maybe 2 days before the actual wedding, because then everybody's on the same page. Those are some of the things I wish I did different, some of the things I would do different if we were to get a redo of our wedding day, and the day would be like 10 times better. I'm not saying our wedding day wasn't great, it was great. I had a lot of fun. That's it, we're married now. That ship has sailed. All is good, all is grand. If we do a vow renewals, I'll definitely be all up in the service provider's business. Like, I'm not gonna give benefit of doubts. I will be like, look, this is what I expect, this is how I expect it done. Let me know in the comment section down below, if you did get married, what would you do different for your wedding day? Or if you are getting married, did you find this video helpful? And I hope you do enjoy your wedding day. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thumbs it up, and we'll catch you besties in our next video. Bye besties.
Tonight we're running on the right track.